Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a great day so far and welcome to today's video, which is going to be all about Lisa Eldridge Holiday, of which I have 2 whole paws full to share with you. And I also have quite a lot, as you all know if you've been here before, of Lisa Eldridge existing shades. So I'm going to be sharing a demo of all of these new products along with my thoughts and some comparisons to the existing line, so you can see if there's anything that's quite similar that you already may have. So without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so Lisa has a whole plethora of products for us this year for holiday 2025. We have 3 new shades of her liquid lurex eyeshadows. That's the shimmer finish as opposed to the silk, which is the matte finish eyeshadows. We have 2 new shades of her Rouge Experience lipstick formula. We have 3 new lip glosses, and this is in a sequin finish formula. And then there are several kits, little gift sets as well, combining some of those new products as well as some of her existing favorites. So I got sent a few things in PR and I also purchased a few things myself. So what I chose is 2 of the new liquid lurex shades. I love these liquid eyeshadow formulas. They're pretty much all that I travel with when I go on holiday or I travel anywhere. I literally will just put like 5 of these in and then use bronzer in the crease. So I chose the Rosy and Celine shades. I skipped on Aria being a silver that I just knew I wouldn't wear that often. So those are the 2 shades that I picked. Here is Rosy. And there she is swatched. And this is Celine. And swatched. I did pick up both shades of the new Rouge Experience lipsticks. I love this formula. It's just the perfect everyday formula. It's not too glossy, it's not matte, it's a beautiful like creamy satin, really long wearing, beautiful pigment, so it's just perfect. I keep one of these in my handbag at all times and it's usually Society, which is my current favourite. So the 2 new shades, we have Scarlet Sequin. Stunning. This is described as a soft tomato red with a subtle pearl. So if you're looking for something fun but not quite as fun as the Dior sparkly twinkly sequin liquid lipsticks, then this might be perfect. And then here we have Dreamy Damask, which is described as a light cool pink and again has like a subtle shimmer in there as well. Let's have a look at her. Much lighter. I don't think I have anything like this in my collection either. I'm not sure how I'm going to like this shade on me, but I had to give it a try. And there they are, nice and close up. Beautiful. So then I chose 1 shade of the gloss and Lisa sent me 1 shade as well. So I have 2 shades. I did skip on the pink. It's very pink, okay? And if you know me, I'm not really a pink girl and that is a lot of pink for me. So yes, let's have a look at these gorgeous glosses. First up we have Chameleon Chaos. Isn't that such a gorgeous name? This is described as a burnt orange punch with duochrome orange pink sparkle. And you can wear these very subtly or you can build up the colour as well, which I will do. Be easier for me to show you on my lips. But they can be very subtle. And then we have Kensington Plum, described as a chocolatey plum berry with golden sparkle. You can get a bit more pigment out of it with an extra layer. Okay, so those were my picks. Let's jump into a demo so you can see all these products in action and then we'll do some comparisons and see if I can find any similar shades. Okay, so we'll start off with the eyeshadows and I do want to show you them by themselves, but I will see whether they work as a one and done or whether I feel like they might need a little bit of my soft sculpt in the crease, but I think it's important to see them on their own. So let's start off with Celine, and obviously this isn't a new formula, so it's not something new to me and I do know the formula and love the formula very well. I find it so easy to work with. It has enough time, it gives you enough time to blend it. You don't have to sort of panic. You don't have to do, I mean obviously I'm doing one eye at a time today because I'm doing 2 different shades, but you don't have to do that. You can sort of whack it on both eyes and you have time to blend. But once it has dried down, it really does set very well. So they're very long wearing and they don't crease. And what I'm noticing here is you can definitely sort of use this shade to blend and give yourself a transitional shade as well, which is perfect. So I definitely think you can use Celine on her own without needing to do anything else. I'm using my Rephr LC01 and it is my favourite brush for any liquid eyeshadow. So now that that's all blended out, you can go back and sort of add a bit more to the lid of impact. I don't need to blend this time, so you can keep all of that impact. Such a pretty shade. It's like a sort of silvery, like gunmetal-y grey, really pretty, not too smoky. You know, you could add a bit of lighter shade in the inner corner, which I might do at the end when I've used Rosy on its own to show you, but this is like the perfect sort of holiday party, New Year's party shade, I think. Just going to clean my brush and then we'll try Rosy. Oh, that's so pretty. 2 very different vibes here. And put that right to the inner corner. Such a pretty, that baby pearly pink. And again, I think the base in this formula allows you to sort of blend in, although this is a lighter shade, so it's not sort of giving me depth in the crease, it is blending so nicely. It's giving you that gorgeous like wash of pretty colour, but it is a sort of shade that makes me want to put a bit of a transitional shade in the crease. Otherwise it's just all very sort of one tone and there's no sort of depth or dimension. So what I would like to do with this shade is go in with a bit of R2, D2, no, just R2, okay, from the Natasha Denona Sculpt palette and just give myself a little bit of something in the crease, and that is how I would like to wear this shade. Beautiful. Bronzer, anything would work, just so that my whole sort of the upper area of my eye isn't so stark. And then what I think I want to do is add a bit of Rosy to the front of this eye. They just work so well together, these shades. So I want to add something to the crease on this side as well, just to show you. So I'm going in with P2 on this side, and that's just giving me a little bit less, you know, light, and then too much contrast to my lid. And now these are like finished looks. Okay, so we have Rosy on this side and Celine with a bit of Rosy in the inner corner. So pretty. Okay, so moving on to lip products now. Let's start off with the glosses. We have Chameleon Chaos. I love that name so much. It looks so intimidating in the tube. And then on the lips, it's so pretty. Wow, and you can't feel the glitter at all. It's not gritty at all, which is really surprising because it's packed with sparkle. But on the lips, it doesn't look sparkly, it doesn't look metallic, it looks just glossy and shiny and so pretty. Well, I really thought this might be something fun, but not something that I would wear day to day, but I absolutely would wear this day to day, and I'm going to. Great start. Okay, now we have Kensington Plum. So pretty. Gorgeous, and again, very wearable for every day, which I wasn't expecting, so that is such a plus. I think it's so nice when there's products that are fun for Christmas and feel a bit special and a bit Christmassy and festive and sparkly and twinkly, but you actually can still wear them in your day-to-day life without it feeling like you're going to a Christmas party or a New Year's party, and these absolutely tick that box. Okay, so moving on to the lipsticks. I'm not typically a red lipstick kind of girl a lot of the time, but as it's Christmas, you know, you've got to, haven't you? Actually a very unintimidating red, I think, which I wasn't expecting. Really wearable without it being sort of, you know, red. Again, it doesn't look sparkly, it's just really lovely and shiny. Can't feel any grit at all or texture whatsoever. Gorgeous shade. I'm interested to swatch that next to some of the other reds because there are a few reds in this line, but I'm most interested about Dreamy Damask because I don't have anything like that. So I am intrigued as to whether I like it or whether I think I'll wear that shade at all, because I'm not sure. I think the eyes are throwing me off because obviously there's a lot going on up there, but I feel like I do like it. I think if I cover this eye, because that's the one that's, you know, quite clashing, this eye, this side, I think that looks really pretty. I might actually wipe this eye off and match myself up because I am going out for the day in a minute. This is quite the difference. Let me match up and put some mascara on and then we'll come back. Okay, we're back, we're evened up. We've got Rosy on both eyes, some mascara, and now I'm loving Dreamy Damask. I think it's so pretty. And this is such a wearable pink for me. You know, I'm not a sort of hot pink fuchsia, bright Barbie pink kind of girl, but both the eyeshadow and the lip, I feel like now really soft, pretty, mauvey tones, really wearable. And I think this look goes together so prettily that I can really see me loving this, and it's really growing on me. So wearable and just pretty and soft. Lovely. I think it's quite unexpected for like a holiday collection as well, this shade. No, it's not just all reds and silvers and sparkles, which I love. So let's have a look at some comparisons. I don't have anything at all like these glosses. They are quite different to any of the other shades I have, which are her regular, more just a classic finish gloss. So I don't have anything to compare those two. So let's have a look at Rosy. That's the shade, the new shade that I've got on my eyes right now, this minute. I have a few that might be similar-ish. So we have Cressida. This is going to be lighter and like icier, less pink. Then we have Emily, which I think might be close, but it's not. Really thought it was going to be. That's much taupier. Maybe Bianca. I think Bianca is going to be much pinker. Oh, actually, almost lilac-y. I thought wrong. Angelica, one of my all-time favourites. Nothing alike. That's interesting because I really thought we were going to have several that were near identical. I'd say the closest is probably Bianca, although it's definitely a little more lilac. But that's good news. You know, we don't want something that we already have after all. And now the only shade that is even somewhat close to Celine, I think, because I just don't have anything quite like her, is going to be Anay, which I'm not sure is going to be similar at all. No, it's much more of a sort of antique gold. I will swatch Titania as well, because I think some people might see this being close. It isn't, but just if you thought the same as me that it might be, it's not. Yeah, so quite different to both of those. If you thought Lisa Eldridge was out here duping herself, she's definitely not. Okay, so I really, like I said, have nothing like Dreamy Damask at all in my collection, let alone in Lisa's existing Rouge Experience shades, but I thought I would swatch like the closest just to give you some basis for comparison if you do have any of these shades. Now I only have the shade numbers because that's all that's on the refill. So we have 184, maybe closer than I thought, a bit deeper and warmer and a bit more neutral, but almost close. 178, not really close at all, and 183. Not close at all either. I did my best, but there really is nothing similar to Dreamy Damask at all. I think it's quite a unique shade. But again, it's good news. We don't want things we already have, so thank you, Lisa. Or maybe less good news for your wallet. Let's see if there's anything similar to this new red. So we have two reds in the existing line. 188, which is much more of a brick. So quite different. And then we have 186, which is your classic red. Not really very close. You know, this new shade really is pulling almost like a berry red when you see it next to these. Really pretty. But you know, we know better than to think that Lisa is going to be out here duping herself, don't we? We should do by now. Okay, so that is everything I have to share with you. I think my picks of the collection, surprisingly, I think for me, if you know me, is Rosy for the eyeshadow and Dreamy Damask, which it could have gone either way. I'm just not used to wearing this type of shade. I don't have really anything quite like it, and I think it's absolutely gorgeous. It could have, like I said, I could have hated it, or it could have surprised me, and it's definitely surprised me. And the Rosy shade I didn't expect not to like, but for me, I think it's my pick. I think Celine is, on its own, a little too intense or dark for the sort of makeup that I do day to day. You know, I don't leave the house. I definitely don't go to parties more than once a year. So I think this is going to be the shade that I would wear more, and they go together beautifully. So there you have it. I'm so sorry this was a little delayed, but I was waiting for my PR package to arrive and my order so that we could do everything together in one. So I'm sorry for the delay, but hopefully this is still helpful. We haven't run out of time just yet. But thank you so much for joining me today. I would love to see you in the next one. Otherwise, take care for now. Bye 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 bye.